Hello children, come again. Let's once again recap of what we have learned in our previous session. In our previous session, we learned about animal tissues being four types: epithelial, connective, muscular, nervous. We learned, nervous. Now, these are the four tissues we thought are present in animal tissues. In epithelial cells, again tissues, we learned that there are six types. What are they? Squamous epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium, columnar epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, glandular epithelium, ciliary epithelium. Six. And what is basing on the name itself, we understand the shape and structure of it. But how do they all look? For that, in your textbook they gave one diagram which I skipped explaining. So once again I am going to give you an example of how it looks like. The epithelial tissue, it looks like this. The cells are very closely packed and they look like this. They actually look like this. Now this side of it, now you understood it is like cuboid. Now this side of it, you notice the nucleus. This is nucleus. And you notice another layer like this, that is called basement membrane. Basement membrane. That means on basement membrane, this epithelial tissues are present. And this top part is called apical surface. The top part is called apical surface. And this part where you can notice the nucleus, that part is called, where shall I do, here, basolateral surface. Basolateral surface. How can you remember that? This top part is apical clear. Anything top is apical. And then basolateral. It is attaching the cells to the basement membrane. So basal and lateral side. That's why basolateral surface. Remember it like that. And where do you notice the nucleus? On this basolateral surface you notice the nucleus. This is how an epithelial tissue looks like. Be it glandular, ciliary, columnar, cuboidal, squamous, stratified columnar, anything, they look like this, right? And now, yesterday what did we learn? We learned that there are 7 types of connective tissue. What are those? We thought of remembering them in alphabetical order. We means myself. What are they? Adipose tissue, areolar tissue, blood tissue, bone tissue, and then cartilage, ligament and tendon. 7. Now what is the purpose of connective? The name itself implies connecting. What are the uses of connective tissue? Here I am going to write down. Connective tissue. First thing is they connect. What do they connect? They connect muscle to the organs. All the internal body parts are connected to each other. And second thing is they provide framework. They give support. And another thing is they help in transport. They fight against diseases. And they connect bones. What does they do? connective tissue. And another thing is they are like insulation. They help in a kind of insulation. So these are the uses of connective tissue. Once again, let us see what they are. They connect the muscle to the body organs, and they give a kind of framework and structure to the body. They give a kind of support. They help in transport. They fight against the diseases and connect the bones, and they help in insulation. So how are these all going to be like, how can you understand that all these works are being done by the connective tissue? Now we will know. Now let us see connective tissue. I will wipe the board here. Let us see. Connective tissue, how many did I say? Starting with adipose, areolar, blood, bone, cartilage, ligament, tendon. So, adipose tissue, areolar, blood, bone, cartilage, ligament, tendon. So, when I am explaining all these tissues to you, when I explain, you will understand that of course these are all fulfilling these functions of connective tissue. If you learn these functions of the connective tissue, trying to understand their functions becomes easy. Whichever way it is. It is like if you learn this becomes easy. If you learn this becomes easy. Whichever way, learning it is very easy. Just you need to pay a little attention with a little more interest. Now let us see how these are useful. Now first thing I would like to explain to you is about adipose tissue. Let us go in the same alphabetical order so that I won't confuse and I won't let you confuse. Because I have this habit of confusing, so many thoughts go in my mind at a time. Sometimes I feel that I am only confused. When I am getting confused, obviously what I do, the very next step will be to confuse you. But I don't want to get confused, I won't allow you to get confused. Now let us see. Adipose tissue. What is this adipose tissue? Adipose here means fat, body fat. Adipose is body fat. You might have heard that adipose, accumulation of adipose results in putting on weight. So that itself explains us that fat. Now let us see. If you notice your grandparents, if your grandparents are around you, do one thing. Just notice their skin. Their skin will be wrinkled, so wrinkled and dry. And you feel when you touch the grandmother or grandfather's hand or particularly hand, you directly don't feel anything fleshy. Usually you will feel bony. That means skin covering the bone, that kind of a feeling you get. So it is wrinkled. Old people's hands and skin is wrinkled. And then the same thing, you try to touch yourself, you will be so smooth and plumpy. What does it mean? That means something which is to be there between the skin and the bone is not now present for the old people, but it is there for you. Keep that in mind. Old people have wrinkles while you don't have. Now next thing, in winters, even if it is very cool also, you don't have any kind of problem. You go so comfortably around. But old people, they need to wear sweaters and they need to keep themselves warm. And whenever they feel cold, they shiver like this. When they shiver, they feel better. You also do one thing, just test for yourself. Turn on the AC and sit for a long period of time in very cool temperatures. When you feel cold, you just shiver, do like this, complete body shivering you give. Then what do you notice? You notice that a kind of heat is generated in your body and now you are able to bear the cold for a few more moments. Here old people, they shiver because what happens is what should be there between the skin and the bones is not present. In the first statement, what we understood, between the skin and bone something is missing, which is there for you and which is not there for the old people, and that's why their skin is wrinkled and they feel bony, and that's the reason they shiver. They feel so cold, something is missing, that's why they feel more cold than you. And so to compensate that, they shiver. When they shiver, they get a little energy, I mean heat produced. That heat will keep them warm for some time, right? Now what do we need to understand is, this adipose tissue is present between the skin layers. Where is it present? Between the skin layers and between organs. Between organs. What it does is, it will act like an insulator. It acts like an insulator. It will keep the body warm. The body temperature is maintained by the presence of the adipose tissue. But now what happens sometimes is, when you are taking too much of caloried food, high caloried food, and no physical exercises, the calories are getting accumulated in the form of adipose tissue between the skin layers. That's why what happens, the fat accumulation in unwanted places make you to lose your shape of your body. You want a particular physique, then it is lost when you are not counting the calories that you are eating and matching that with the physical exercises that you are doing. Now that is how the fat accumulations will make you to lose your body shape and you will feel uncomfortable. But one important thing here is that you never feel cold. When too much of fat accumulation is there, you don't feel cold. That is, fat globules. Fat globules are present between the skin layers and between the organs. They act as insulators. The same thing, they are not present in elderly people. So now you understood what is the purpose of the presence of adipose tissue. Now let us see, where is this here? Insulation. Adipose tissue gives insulation. Okay children, thank you so much.